famine and exile forged a people who would not forget. Christine Keneally, This Great Calamity, 1994.
The Irish diaspora's revolutionary spirit was born out of tragedy. The Great Famine of 1845 to 1852 devastated Ireland, killing over 1 million people and forcing another million to emigrate. Those who fled carried with them the scars of starvation and the memory of British neglect. In cities like New York, Boston, and Liverpool, Irish immigrants formed tight-knit communities, bound by shared suffering and a longing for justice. These enclaves became incubators for revolutionary ideas, where the dream of a free Ireland burned brightly. The famine was not just a natural disaster, it was a political failure. British policies exacerbated the crisis, fueling resentment among the Irish. This anger found expression in the diaspora, where exiles began to organize. In America, the young Irelanders, survivors of the failed 1848 rebellion, rallied support for Irish independence. In Britain, Irish labourers joined trade unions, using their collective power to challenge the empire. These early efforts laid the groundwork for a global movement. In 2012, historian John Kelly, in The Graves Are Walking, wrote, "The famine was a turning point. It transformed the Irish question into an international cause." The diaspora's revolutionary spirit was not just about avenging the past, it was about building a future. For many, this meant taking up arms. The Fenian Brotherhood, founded in America in 1858, sought to overthrow British rule through force. Their motto, "Ireland free or die," reflected the desperation and determination of a people who had lost everything.
The Irish famine was the original sin of the diaspora, shaping its identity and its politics. Kirby Miller, Emigrants and Exiles, 1985.
The Fenian Brotherhood's influence extended across the Atlantic, inspiring similar movements in Britain and Ireland. Their bold plans, including an attempted uprising in 1867, demonstrated the diaspora's willingness to act. But these early efforts were met with brutal repression. In Ireland, Fenians were arrested and executed. In America, their activities were closely monitored by British agents. Yet, the diaspora's revolutionary spirit could not be extinguished. The famine had created a bond between the Irish at home and abroad, a shared sense of injustice that transcended borders. This bond was strengthened by the Catholic Church, which provided spiritual and social support to the diaspora. It often acted as intermediaries between Irish communities and nationalist leaders, ensuring that the cause of independence remained alive. As historian Timothy Egan notes in The Immortal Irishman in 2016, the Church was both a refuge and a rallying point for the Irish abroad. The seeds of revolution had been sown, but the diaspora's journey was just beginning. The next chapter in their story would be written on the battlefields of the American Civil War, where Irish immigrants would prove their loyalty to their adopted country and to the dream of a free Ireland.
To understand Ireland's freedom, one must look beyond its borders. Patrick Griffin, The Irish in America, 2013.